In the top stories, the Royal St. Christopher Nevis Police Force TAPS program continues empowering the nation's youth. Reggae icon Jimmy Cliff passes away, and Israel kills Hezbollah's second-in-command in airstrike. Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Midday Major Newscast. Today is Monday, the 24th day of November, and I am Jasmine Thomas. First on the local scene, the National Intervention Team NIT, a division of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force and a key pillar of the force's nationwide community policing strategy, proudly reports another successful year of the Teens and Police Service program for the 2024-25 cycle. More than 115 high school students across St. Christopher completed the program, receiving certificates of completion and TAPS T-shirts in recognition of their hard work and growth. Throughout the term, NIT officers delivered engaging, interactive sessions focused on leadership, conflict resolution, problem solving, respect, communication, and civic responsibility. Students showed remarkable enthusiasm, developing confidence, discipline, and stronger decision-making skills. As part of the RNC NPF's community policing strategy, the National Intervention Team plays a critical role in advancing the efforts, the force's mission to guide and support the nation's youth. Through its work in schools, the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force actively builds trust, equips young people with practical life skills, and helps shape responsible, confident future leaders who can contribute positively to the Federation. The Department of Agriculture successfully hosted a hands-on training and information session focused on management of ticks and other external parasites. Farmers and technical staff benefited from a live demonstration of the Power Sprayer, a reliable tool available at the department and recommended for applying acaricides effectively, and informative discussion on treatment options, best practice techniques, and sustainable methods for managing ectoparasites. This session equipped participants with practical skills to protect their animals, improve herd health, and boost overall farm productivity. The department continues to support farmers with the knowledge and the tools needed for a stronger, healthier agricultural sector. And Deputy Premier of Nevis, the Honorable Eric Evelyn, and Anguilla Premier, the Honorable Cora Richardson Hodge, held productive bilateral talks recently aimed at strengthening the strong relationship between the two islands. Deputy Premier Evelyn, who was in Anguilla as a special guest for the Hook and Harvest event, paid a courtesy call on Premier Richardson Hodge at her office. Deputy Premier Evelyn further discussed agricultural issues with Honorable Kyle Hodge, Minister with responsibility for agriculture, and the Parliamentary Secretary, Honorable Cordell Richardson. The discussions covered challenges related to production, water availability, soil types, and the development of government and private farms with a focus on expanding vegetable and fruit production. The discussions also explored trade opportunities between the islands following a recent visit by a delegation from Anguilla's Ministry of Agriculture to study Nevis's smart farming model. Potential exchanges discussed include Nevis exporting fresh fruit, vegetables, meat, and mango pulp to Anguilla, and Anguilla supplying prawns and other products to Nevis. The meeting reaffirmed the commitment of both governments to collaboration and mutual support, particularly in advancing agricultural development, facilitating trade, and fostering closer ties between the islands. We take a break. When we come back, we bring you the regional news.
The moment we've all been waiting for is finally here. ZIZ Kitchen Superstar 2025 is down to the final four. After weeks of unforgettable performances, only 4 contenders remain in the race for the crown. Ikwanja Bradley, Danicia Henry, Romesia Prentice, and Juanita Johnson. And on Thursday, they go head-to-head in the biggest night of the season, the grand finale, live from the ZIZ TV studio. Who will rise? Who will shine? And who will become the next Kititian superstar? Don't miss the final show, Thursday, November 27 at 8 p.m. on ZIZ TV, ZIZ Radio, and streaming live on ZIZ social media platforms. This is it, the talent, the passion, the showdown, ZIZ Kititian Superstar 2025, the finale.
Welcome back. We now take a look at the regional news. Jamaica and the global music community are mourning the death of reggae legend Jimmy Cliff, who passed away on Sunday at age 81. His wife Latifah confirmed the news in an emotional Instagram post, saying he crossed over due to a seizure followed by pneumonia. It's with profound sadness that I share that my husband, Jimmy Cliff, has crossed over. To all his fans around the world, please know that your support was his strength throughout his whole career. She wrote, thanking his medical team for their care. Jimmy, my darling, may you rest in peace. I hope you all can respect our privacy during these hard times. The message was signed by Latifah and his children, Lilty and Aken. Born James Chambers in St. James in 1944, Cliff began writing songs while still in primary school before moving to Kingston at 14 in pursuit of a music career. His break came at 17 with Hurricane Hattie, produced by Leslie Kong, launching a prolific run of early Jamaican hits, including King of Kings, Miss Jamaica, and Pride and Passion. And now for a look at news on the international scene. The Israeli military says it killed Hezbollah's second most senior figure in the first airstrikes in months on southern Beirut. The Israel Defense Forces called Hatham Ali Tabatabai, Hezbollah's chief of staff, a key operative and veteran in the terrorist organization. The strike was intended to prevent the organization from further strengthening its capabilities and to deliver a precise blow to those who attempt to harm the state of Israel, said IDF Chief of Staff Lieutenant General Eyal Zamir in a statement after the attack. Hezbollah said the killing of Tabatabai was a treacherous Israeli attack on the Haret Heik neighborhood in Beirut's southern suburbs, according to a statement on Sunday. And now for a look at the weather. Present weather across St. Kitts and Nevis is partly cloudy skies. Winds a gentle breeze of 5 miles per hour from an east-northeast direction. Seas are 1 to 1.2 meters or 3 to 4 feet. Weather forecast for St. Kitts and Nevis: fair to partly cloudy and cool conditions in general, with a 20% or slight chance of a brief overnight shower. Weather tonight: fair to partly cloudy and cool conditions in general, with a 20% or slight chance of a brief overnight shower. Sunset this evening will be at around 5:35, and sunrise tomorrow is set for 6:20. That brings us to the end of the Midday Major Newscast. Join us this evening for these stories and more. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jasmine Thomas. God bless you.